Hi friends, Joseph Varghese here. Welcome to 5-Day Thrive. Today is day 3, Breakthrough Systems, Automate Your Life and Business for Success. Wow, so we've gone to 2 days so far. Day 1 was the Own Your Why, Maximize Your Energy. Day 2 is the Power Focus. Today is day 3. So if you're watching us, you know this is a series we do each month, particularly for members of our community, Success Circles. Success Circles is a peer coaching community that we started well over a decade ago. And the idea is that by staying focused each day, by owning your why each day, by being in action each day, moving the needle just a little forward, what happens is that you will reach your goals, your dreams faster than ever before. And so these are all lessons we teach in our community. So if you're watching this, you're likely a member of Success Circles right now. And if you're interested in Success Circles, you can go to momentumbuddy.com to learn more about our Momentum Buddy program or our team program on the same website. It's also linked under successcircles.com. So I'm excited because this topic today is one that I'm very, very inspired by. You see, I want to invite you to re-engineer your life for success. And all that means is it's just embracing just a little more automation systems in the work you do. So one thing that you may know about me is that I am an engineer. It's my background. And part of what I do with Success Circles is we connect people together. We engineer people's goals, people to reach their goals by creating these things called frameworks. And the idea of a framework, it's kind of like you're building a house, right? And you've got a frame that you build on this house. And without the frame, that foundation that's there, the house kind of falls apart. You might even think about this, as a form of priming. So you kind of prime your day, you kind of set your day in motion when you prime your day. When you paint the wall, before you paint the wall, you have to prime it first so that the paint sticks. Okay, so getting off of these kind of construction metaphors, this is all about kind of bringing a little more automation into your life. So when you have systems, what's a system? So we have systems in our body, we have systems in our environment. Your car might be a system. It's kind of a set of moving parts that interconnect that serve a bigger purpose. You might think of your circulatory system in your body, perhaps your respiratory system, your lungs. And I want to invite you to see everything around you as an opportunity to build a better system. So I organize events, and we have a community called the New York Power Team in New York. And we have an event twice a month. So every event is kind of a system. There's a checklist involved with that system. So people kind of walk in, they get a name tag, they're greeted with a big smile, they pay a small door fee, they enter the room, they're given a bottle of water. A speaker gets on stage, or myself gets on stage, and we engage, add value. And at the end of the evening, if all goes well, we provide our members, the attendees, a feedback form. They review the meeting. And that's kind of a system. It goes through a whole series of steps, and there's kind of an end result. It's as simple as that. I want to invite you also to see that it's so important for you, whether you run events or not, to kind of automate your life. So look at your morning. You get up in the morning. Do you have a morning routine? What is your morning? Do you get out of bed and get to work, pull out your phone? Does that work for you? For most people, it doesn't. So I found in life that most of the most successful people in the world have kind of a momentum morning routine, or you might think of the miracle morning. That's by a book out there. It's basically a routine that generates and creates more momentum for themselves throughout the day. And that might be for you. It could be drinking a cup of coffee. It could be perhaps getting success, saying gratitude, or doing some prayers, perhaps. You do a series of things in a certain order, kind of follow a recipe, like a cake, right? When you make a cake, you put a bunch of things together, ingredients together, and as they put together this concoction, so you might put the eggs in, and you might beat that with flour, and you add water, and you add a little butter into the mix, perhaps melted butter into the mix, and you add a little vanilla extract. And you add all these things together, and you bake it for a set period of time, following a similar recipe, let's say. You pull it out of the oven after a few hours, you let it kind of cool down, you ice it. Could be a pretty delicious cake. Now, however, imagine, if you would, that you were baking the cake, and at the end, so after it's in the oven for about 20, 30 minutes cooking, You open it up and you take the eggs and you crack the eggs, you put them on top of the cake. Now, that cake will probably taste a bit differently than the cake I described the first time. It's a recipe, and when you follow a recipe in a set order, the way it's designed, it gives you a predictable result. And I want to invite you to see that if you design your day, your morning with a system, then of that sort, like a checklist of sorts of things you do to create momentum in your day, then what'll happen is that you'll have a pretty predictable day in terms of, getting results, uh, making things happen, perhaps having some more fun, fulfillment in your day. It's all a system. And a great acronym for systems is save yourself time, energy, money, and sanity. And I added an S to the end of it. So the systems with an S. So it's a great acronym because when I think about it personally, or when my members of Success Circles, when we think about it, it's just an opportunity to kind of add more relevant systems that really improve our lives in the things we do in our work and more. So easy thing to do. So get a piece of paper, like have a checklist. So what do you want to, how do you want to accomplish your morning? Have that checklist available to you near you. For our daughter, we have a star chart on the fridge. And all that means is that every time she completes something, it could be fixing her bed, it could be drinking extra fluids, it could be taking her vitamins, it could be playing the piano. Every time she completes something, she gets a star. And at the end of the day, if she gets 5 or 6 stars, she's happy. At the end of the week, if she has 30 some stars, then she gets a gift, a prize. And it's just kind of an opportunity via that system for her to kind of measure her progress, and to, when she does all these things, she feels good. We feel good knowing that she's making progress, and it can be a happy household. It can be that simple. So everything, if you can start putting checklists together for the things in your life that matter, or the people in your life that matter, or for the projects you're involved with each day, then it makes life a lot easier. And one of the reasons why systems help, having these checklists helps, is that it gets us out of kind of emotional overwhelm. So you wake up in the morning and you may not be as super engaged in your day, but if you have a checklist in front of you, if you know what you're going to do next, it makes things a lot easier. Even on the business side. So let's say you do marketing. So we do a lot of marketing with the different vendors we're involved with. And we have events. So we have emails that go out automatically on certain days, such that if one of our attendees for our events receives it, they know what to expect. Or as they sign into an event, we had an event yesterday evening, for example, they'll get an email right away opting them in, or letting them know, thank you for attending this event right now. It's all automatic. And to do all these things manually can be kind of a lot of pressure on, a person. So if you can make things automatic, using the tools that are given to you makes things a lot easier. Now, Success Circles, and I mentioned it before, it's our peer coach community. It's a system. So the predictable result is that you make 1% progress each day. And that 1% progress each day adds up. It could be in your health. You might, maybe, for example, today, drink a glass of water with lime or lemon, and it feels good because it's alkalizing your body. And tomorrow you check in with your buddy, you might share that, and you might now add a second lime in that water, or you might have a second cup of water in the afternoon, and you check in the next day with your buddy. On the third day, you do that, and now you might have a green drink. Or you might do a power walk outside, or a quick 5-10 minute workout, and you feel even better. You kind of do these things each day, and with the intention of sharing, of course, and measuring your progress and how you feel, and eventually it becomes a habit. It's part of our system about making 1% progress each day. And I promise you, when you start making 1% progress each day, you will experience a higher level of happiness in your life. It's a given, but it takes kind of having a framework to make it happen. My daughter, I mentioned her to you before. So my daughter, she's 4 years old. And when our son was born almost 9 months ago, her Montessori school, the school we're putting her into, invited us to immerse her in the program. They invited us to put her into that program full time. And what they told us is that, well, your daughter is amazing. She's bright. She's 3 years old at the time. And they told us that, well, by the time your son is born, if she's around your son a lot, if she's around Ethan a lot, then she may regress back to being kind of her baby behavior, sucking her fingers, drinking from a bottle, wearing her diapers still, because she sees her brother doing that. She sees her brother being cared for with that. And, it's as simple as, it's in her environment. So we kind of naturally acclimate to what's her environment. There's a quote out there, which I focus on, called that says, environment is stronger than willpower. And it's by Yogananda. I think Bucky Fuller has a version of it too as well. But it's, if my son's in her environment all the time, all day long, then it's easy for her to regress. And there's truth around that. When my daughter was sick for a week and she saw my son drinking from a bottle, she wanted the bottle again. However, when she's in school for a duration of time, all day until 5 o'clock or several days, she's a kid. She's beyond being a toddler. She's a kid now. And it's amazing seeing her evolve. But it takes that framework. In our case, it's Montessori framework that allows for that. And with Success Circles, for our members who are entrepreneurs, we have a framework that supports our members, mainly entrepreneurs and coaches, to make 1% progress each and every day. And that progress over time adds up. Could be, over the course of a year, 1% progress each day, compounding on itself, could be 100% progress, it could be 300% progress, or it could be 3,000% progress if you're committed toward excellence and if you're committed to measuring your progress each day. And, my game with this work that we do is about having it all. And, as most people, as entrepreneurs or leaders, coaches, we think, like, we have to give up certain aspects of life. We have to sacrifice certain things. We can't sacrifice having fun or playtime, or sacrifice having a family. And I really believe that there's no need to sacrifice any of that at all. Because when you're adaptable, when you're recalibrating each day, having the right feedback from someone who's a step or two ahead of you each day, that system, that framework will allow you to make progress ongoingly until you reach your dreams. Now, it might take a little more time than usual. You might have to deal with reality, setting smart goals and sharing those smart goals each day. However, I really believe that if you're committed and if you're being intentional about it, you will make more progress within our framework than someone who doesn't have a framework like Success Circles. Because you're in daily action, you're engaged each day toward moving the needle forward. And it's all about moving the needle forward. That's the genesis of momentum. So thanks for joining me today. So I hope you got some serious value around this topic. If you're looking to find a tool to help you with creating these recipes, you can go to Google Keep. Google Keep is awesome as far as creating checklists. Evernote's great. Or just having kind of like a journal, I've got this action journal here, so kind of write notes and have checklists there too. That's easy too, and put these things on the whiteboard next to you, perhaps, or on Post-its, so they're in eye view. When they're in eye view, you tend to take action because they're in front of it. My wife and I have a whiteboard on our way out of the house, so we know exactly what we've got to bring with us when we're traveling, when we're going to meet people, clients, things of that sort. So once again, summarize. So systems: save yourself time, energy, money, and sanity. Start creating checklists for yourself. And if you desire greater accountability, where you're moving the needle forward every day, just about 2 millimeters, 1% every day, check out successcircles.com. Check out our Momentum Buddy program. I promise you, after 14 years of doing this, empowering hundreds of entrepreneurs and coaches over all these years, we've built a lot of success. We've helped our members generate a lot of success. And it's really, you as our member doing the work, making it happen, and also supporting your buddy toward making it happen too. It's a winning formula. Remember, you win, we win. Thanks so much for joining me today. Join us tomorrow. Tomorrow is about living boldly, making bolder quests. And Friday is about completion. These are all, once again, lessons within our Success Circles community. So if you're not in our community, join the fun, make it happen. Let's win together. Cheers.